Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learnt in the progression from it to the full product? By producing the preliminary task, I learned the basics of how a magazine should look like and gave me a brief idea how my magazine should be. Doing the task was really helpful because it helped me with choosing what I really wanted on my 3 pages. I was also using my flat plan to assist me on how I should make the pages look like. The style of my front cover on my preliminary task is similar, but I made many changes. I had got rid of the red box on the side because I think it didn't fit in very well. Everything looked cramped together. Also, with the colour scheme, I decided to add white to it because I know that it goes well with many colours. By adding white, it made the red stand out more, giving the magazine a better feel. On the preliminary task, I had put the main image behind the masthead, but later I gathered that the main image should almost always try and cover up the masthead. This is because the person on the front may be the selling point of the magazine, and he or she will always need to be seen clearly. What I had kept the same was the layout of the page. I kept the cover lines on the right side of the page and the main image dominating the left side. On the preliminary task of my contents page, I had one image that was on the top half of the page. On my contents page, I had an image filling up most of the page. Also, on the preliminary task, I had divided stories in sections. The layout of the contents page is completely different. I didn't like the way I had done it on the preliminary task because it didn't look very attractive and the page looked very boring. So I added a bigger image and added a text box where I put the stories and headlines. I also included my masthead on the page clearly so the reader knows what it is. Overall, I think doing the preliminary task helped me a lot because I realized in the end that some of it didn't look nice and I changed it so it looked a lot better. Now that I have understanding of how a magazine should be, I used that to my advantage and tried my best making my pages look excellent.